Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Mumma Magma Yoga. If you've clicked on this video today, you are looking for a yoga to help you cultivate more joy in your life. My name is Tamu, and today we are going to do just that. This video is officially launched in January of 2025 to help us set a tone of inviting in more joy into our lives for the coming year. But you can practice this at any time you need that reminder, you need to open space, you need to lift your spirits and tap into your heart center. So as you're making your way down onto your mat and finding your way to your comfortable seat of your choice, I remind you that joy isn't a constant state. That is something that we cultivate, that we learn to look for and bring more into our lives, to be aware of, and that we allow life to happen. But in those moments, we keep looking for moments of joy, of circumstances that bring us joy, of people that cultivate joy in our lives. So as you get settled and you find your nice tall spine and you roll your shoulders back and start to open through your heart chakra, your anahata chakra, I invite you to maybe start thinking about what brings you true joy. Is it the smile on your child's face? Is it connecting with your best friend? Is it taking walks out in nature? Is it simply tuning in and having quiet time to yourself? Is it gardening? What is it that really brings you joy, that helps your heart overflow, brings a smile to your face, and helps to diminish or to change your perspective on things that are maybe dragging you down or making you feel grouchy or stagnant or, any of those kinds of darker feelings? What brings you joy and helps you lift out of those things? So get settled, ground your sits bones down. Like I said, open through the chest, find that nice tall spine, engage your core a little bit, feel your sternum lift up towards the sky. And we're going to start with a lotus mudra today to help fill our cup and invite in that joy. So you're going to bring your palms together, fingertips spread nice and wide, and then you're going to keep the thumbs and the pinkies together as you open all those middle fingers out and create like a cup or a lotus. So thumbs and pinkies are together, all other fingers are reaching out as far as they can, keeping the heel of your palms together as well. Then we're going to bring those thumbs right down towards our sternum and bring that lotus cup right in front of our hearts. Relaxing those shoulders down, softening through the throat. And if it feels comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, relax your jaw. And just let your breath come nice and natural here to start with. Just tuning in. And as you do so, I invite you to imagine filling this lotus cup with everything that brings you joy. Those little moments that elevate your heart, that allow it to expand, that bring a smile to your face. Just keep putting them in that cup. Maybe on your exhales, you imagine pouring that energy of joy into your cup. There can never be too much joy. See your year filled with more and more and more moments of true joyfulness, true connection. And we'll take 3 deep breaths here. So as you do so, I invite you to really expand through the heart space, lift the lungs in all 4 directions, stay nice and tall in your spine. And as you're ready, inhale in through the nose. And on your exhale, blow that joy into your lotus mudra. Twice more. Inhale in. Exhale, blow that joy into your lotus cup. Last one. Inhale, expand all four sides of the chest. And exhale, pour joy into that cup. Nicely done. When you're ready, you're going to pretend that you're tilting that cup of joy into your heart center, just letting it flood the whole heart, the chest, the rib cage. Let the hands come to your sides or to your knees. And then we're going to take it forward into child's pose. So come to your tabletop position. Bring your big toes to touch when you arrive. Open your knees nice and wide. And when you're ready, send your hips back. Bring that tailbone down towards your heels. And then crawl your fingertips towards the top edge of the mat, spreading the fingertips nice and wide. And then we'll bow the forehead down towards the earth and really start to feel that opening in the chest, the shoulders, the armpits. Let your breathing be nice and soft and expansive here. See if you can feel that opening all the way down your back body, throughout your rib cage. And just find a moment of surrender here. Surrendering to the joy that the universe wants to bring you, that your source wants to bring you, whatever that looks like to you. One more breath here. Nice. Then we're going to open up through the side body. So we'll lift our head a little bit, walk both hands off of the left side of the mat, really reaching through those right fingertips as far away from you as possible, planting those palms, and then bowing the forehead back down, seeing if you can really feel that opening on the right side of the body from your right armpit all the way down to your right hip, keeping those hips sunk back towards your heels. Last breath here. And we're just taking it to the other side, so nice and gentle. We'll lift the head, walk the palms through the center line, reach both palms off of the right side of the mat. Really reach through those left fingertips, plant them down, and then bow the forehead as you're ready. See if you can really feel that stretch down the left side of the rib cage, down to your hip. And keep breathing in more intention for joy, letting the heart expand. Last breath here. Nice. Let's bring it back through center. Rising on up, keeping our knees nice and wide, bringing our wrists underneath our shoulders, settling in. And then we're going to take a thread the needle. So when you're ready, you're going to lean into your left palm, reach your right fingertips up towards the sky, pull back with that right shoulder, open your heart as much as you can. On an exhale, you're going to take those right fingertips, thread them underneath the left arm, bring your right shoulder and your right temple down to the earth. Take that left palm and slide it in front of your face so that you can see the full palm, and lift that left elbow. Then you're going to see if you can bring your hips and back towards the right. So you're leaning into your right knee and really pressing your right hand, the back of your right hand and forearm into the earth. You can stay here really pushing into that left hand so that you find a nice twist, or you can really lean into that right knee and see if you can lift the left leg up towards the sky, finding that nice balance, opening through the hip a little bit, reaching through that left heel. You've got this. Nicely done. Let's bring that left knee back down to the earth if we lifted it. Float ourselves back up through center, finding that modified tabletop. Wiggle the hips around if you need to. Adjust anything that needs to be adjusted. And then we'll lean into the right hand and let the left fingertips reach up towards the sky. Really pulling back with that shoulder. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, we'll thread that left arm underneath the right to bring the left shoulder and the left temple down to the earth. Slide that right hand in front of our face about 6 inches away. Lean into the left hip, adjusting our hips to the left, pressing down with that left arm. Then maybe we stay here, or maybe we lift that right leg up towards the sky, pushing through that right heel, really straightening through the leg, reaching, reaching, reaching. A nice deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we'll float that right knee back down to the earth. Find our way back up through center. Readjust, bring those knees back underneath those hips. Find our tabletop position. And when we're ready, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, really feel our tailbone reaching up towards the sky. Push the earth away, push into your palms and pause here. Seeing if you can pull back with your palms and forward with your knees. Finding a little bit of traction here. One more deep breath in. On an exhale, you're going to round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, push the earth away as your head dangles down, your crown reaching towards the earth. Pause here. Nice. Then we'll take one more round. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, tailbone points up towards the sky. We feel that big stretch in our belly and our chest, feeling the sternum reaching forward. And then on an exhale, we round through that tailbone, curl up through the spine, let the head dangle down. Letting ourselves pause here. Gorgeous. Come back through your nice neutral spine. Then we'll walk our palms past our shoulders a little bit, creating an awkward amount of space between the wrists and the knees. And then we'll drop our elbows right where those palms were. Finding our puppy posture. We're making sure the forearms are parallel, fingertips are spread nice and wide, palms are face down. We inhale, belly drops again. We lift that tailbone, lift our gaze. And then on an exhale, we sink back into our hips and bring our forehead towards the earth. Once again, feeling that nice opening through the shoulders, the armpits, down the side of the rib cage. Making sure to keep the hips stacked over the knees. So if your tailbone is sinking back towards your heels, walk your elbows forward. See if you can lift those hips over the knees. Just taking a couple more breaths here. Maybe really press the heart down towards the floor. Gorgeous. We're going to slide on into home. So we're going to lift our head, come up onto the elbows, bring the pubic bone down to the earth, keeping those forearms nice and parallel. the elbows underneath the shoulders, and you're seeing if you can lift the lower rib cage up off of the earth. So if it's not lifted, try walking your elbows in a little bit or walking them forward a little bit so that you feel that stretch in your belly and your chest is open towards the front edge of your mat. Gorgeous. Now we're going to see what happens here when we keep our elbows grounded, but we see if we can pull them back, find some traction so that you can roll your shoulders back, press your chest forward, reach up through your crown, engage your glutes, legs are nice and strong here, lower back is being protected. Gorgeous. You've got this. One more breath. Nice. Let everything soften. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Push yourself back up to a tabletop position. And then you're going to curl your toes under and lift your hips up high and back to your first downward facing dog. Ground down through the knuckles and the meaty part of your palm between your thumb and your forefinger. Pedal through the feet. Push the earth away from you. Melt your heart towards your thighs. Find your movement here. Nice. Then I invite you to take your feet nice and wide, so maybe as wide as your yoga mat, and make sure that you walk those feet forward just a little bit so that maybe the heels can come down to the earth and you feel really structurally sound. So we're still in a downward dog. We're not in a forward fold. We're not walking the feet forward that much. It's just a little bit so that you can feel nice and grounded and the feet are nice and wide. Then we're going to lean into our left palm and see if we can take our right hand and touch our left shin. Maybe you're able to reach around the outside of that left calf and grab onto the back of it. So you're just seeing where you can come here, seeing if that right hand can grab onto that left leg on the shin or the calf. Then you're going to rotate the left shoulder back and see if you can take your gaze up underneath your left armpit. You've got it here. A nice deep breath in. And a long exhale out. Then we'll come back through center. Bring that right hand to the earth. Let our knees lower down, finding our tabletop position. And then we'll walk our hands back towards our knees once we get stable. Rise on up. Find a high kneeling position. Make sure you get nice and grounded. You can be on the tops of your feet or you can curl your toes under, whatever makes you feel more secure in this position. You're pushing your hips forward, engaging your glutes, rolling your shoulders back. And then we'll inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. And on an exhale, we'll float those fingertips down behind the tailbone, letting them interlace. Now, maybe the palms come together, maybe your hands are boxed, maybe the thumbs stay at the tailbone, and you just roll your shoulders back. But perhaps you practice straightening through the arms and lifting the thumbs off of the tailbone and really opening through your chest. Let yourself breathe here. You can keep your gaze straight in front of you, or you can take your gaze up towards the ceiling. I find rocking side to side is a little bit helpful. One more breath here. Nice. Bring your gaze back through center if you lifted it. See if you can keep your bind. This is going to be a little bit tricksy. And then we're going to see if we can step the left foot up to a low lunge. So we'll lean into the right knee, step the left foot up. Woo! Find our Anjaneyasana. Wiggle that front foot around. You've got it. Get nice and settled here, keeping that heart nice and open. One more breath here. Get yourself stabilized. And then we'll release those fingertips, reach them forward, up and back, and lift on up into our crescent. Relax those shoulders. Let the palms face each other. Soften through your throat. A nice inhale in here. Maybe you look up. Exhale, left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. You're dialing your chest towards the left side of your mat. You've got this here. Let a smile touch the corner of your lips. You are inviting in more joy, being open and receptive here. Nicely done. Then we're going to see what happens when we take the right hand and plant it down on the earth underneath our right shoulder and lift those left fingertips all the way up to the sky, finding a nice twist here. You can keep that back knee lowered, or you can curl the right toes under and lift the back knee up off of the earth, lifting your hips up towards the sky, really finding a nice twist here. Last breath. Gorgeous. Let the left hand come back down to the earth. Lower the right knee back down and step back to your tabletop position. Maybe take a little moment to wiggle out the hips, to feel through the side body. And when you're ready, we're making our way back to that downward dog position, curling our toes under, lifting the hips up high and back, taking our moment to pedal things out, to really ground down through our palms, to let the head dangle down, to push our heart towards our thighs. And then we're seeing if we can widen those feet once again, making sure the heels are really grounded, seeing if we can get that whole foot on the earth. We've got this here. Get settled, get structurally sound, and then lean into your right hand and take your left hand and see if you can at least touch the right shin. Great. If there's more permission, you can see if you can grab onto the outside of that right calf, and then take your gaze up underneath your right armpit. Really pull on that left hand and reach your gaze up towards the ceiling. Nice. Let's bring that left hand back to security on the earth. Lower the knees down. Find our tabletop position, taking our time. And then we'll once again walk the fingertips back towards the knees and lift ourselves up into our high kneeling position. Making sure we feel nice and stable here. Starting to push the hips forward, engaging the glutes and the thighs, rolling our shoulders back. When we're ready, we inhale to reach. Exhale, we float those fingertips down behind the tailbone once again. The other thumb on top, finding our version of an open heart here. Really engaging the core, lifting the sternum up. Maybe taking a moment to send out an intention. Universe, I invite more joy into my life this year. You've got this. Let yourself smile. Maybe you take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're swaying side to side like I am. Nice. Then we'll bring our gaze back through center so we have stability. See if we can keep the bind and see if we can step the right foot up to the top of the mat and find our low lunge here. You've got it. Nicely done. You're doing better than you think you are. Let yourself get settled. Press into that right foot. Then we'll release the fingertips. Feel that flush of energy as we reach those fingertips forward, up and back, lifting on up into our crescent. Relax those shoulders. Palms are facing each other. Nice open space here. Then we'll inhale in. Exhale, right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. We dial our heart towards the right side of the room. Invite in that joy once again. Let yourself smile. I've got the beautiful view out in my backyard here. Then we're going to take that left hand, plant it on the floor underneath our left shoulder, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky, really pull back with that right arm and right shoulder. And you know that you can hang out here, or you can curl the left toes under and lift the left knee up off of the earth. Really lift your hips up high, engage the legs. See if you can find more of a twist here. Inhale in. Exhale, let the knee lower down. Let the right hand come back down to the earth. Step it back to a tabletop position. Gorgeous. Nicely done. You're going to stay in your tabletop position. I'm just going to turn so that you can see me better. You're keeping wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hip points. And when you're ready, you're going to send your right leg out beside you. So the right toes are dialing forward. That right foot is parallel to the long edge of your mat. And you're finding your low gate here. You can curl the left toes under if that's helpful to you. Take a little moment here to rock forward and back. Just allow an opening on that inner right thigh. Get your stretch there. Settle back into your breath. Gorgeous. Then we'll plant the left palm once again and reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Just finding another opening here. Really reaching through those fingertips, allowing the chest to be the focus, the heart to be the focus. We inhale in here. Exhale, float those fingertips back down. Keep that right leg where it is. Walk your fingertips back towards your left knee. Rise on up. Find your high gate. Get nice and structurally sound here. Keeping that right foot nice and planted. Then we'll reach our fingertips out nice and wide. Palms face down, shoulders relaxed. We'll take our right hand to our right knee or thigh. Reach the left fingertips up. And on an exhale, we'll lean to the right. Finding an opening on the left side body, really getting a good stretch here. You've got this. Nice, then we'll bring it back through center. Find your balance, send both arms out beside you. Then you're gonna see if you can take that left hand down to the earth, right underneath your left shoulder. So we're coming in line with the left knee, not in front of it or behind it. And we're seeing if we can ground that left hand down about 12 inches away from that left knee. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. And you can stay here. This is glorious. Open through the chest. If you want a little bit more, you can see if you can lift that right leg up off of the earth. Woo! Starting to build a little bit of heat here. You can stay here, or you can bend that right knee, reach back with your right hand, see if you can grab onto that right ankle, and then push that right foot out behind you, pressing your hips forward and really opening through your chest. Try to keep that right foot in line with your right sits bones, not lifting it up higher than your hips. Open through that chest. One more breath. Nicely done. Release the leg. Let it come down to the earth. Find your way back through center, finding your tabletop position. Before we take it to the other side, maybe you do a couple hip rotations. Let your head dangle down. Settle through the knees. Get nice and structurally sound. Then when we're ready, we're sending the left foot out beside us. Left toes pointing forward. Foot parallel to the long edge of your mat. Take a moment here to rock back and forth. Decide if you want those right toes curled under. Just giving you a chance to get a little bit of a stretch here. And then when we're ready, we're going to lean into the right palm. Lift the left fingertips up towards the sky. Really pull back with that left shoulder. Finding our nice opening here. And then we'll float those fingertips down when we're ready. Walk them back towards the right knee. Lift ourselves up to our high gate with the left leg extended. Oh, relax those shoulders. Send the arms out nice and long, palms face down. Get nice and strong in the core. Then we're going to take that left hand to the left knee or thigh. Reach the right fingertips up. And when we're ready, lean to the left. Get that nice opening on the right side body. Nice. Let's find our way to our low half moon variation. So we're taking that right hand down to the earth underneath our right shoulder. So it's in line with the right knee. It's about 12 inches away from that right knee. We're really leaning into that hand, sending the left fingertips back up towards the sky. Remember that you could hang out here. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely beautiful. Cultivate your joy. If you want more, lift that left leg up off of the earth. Find a little bit of heat. Then maybe you bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, grab onto that left ankle, push that left foot out behind you, press your chest forward. You've got this. We're almost done. One more breath here. Nice. Release that foot. Let the knee come back down to the earth. Make your way back to your tabletop position. I'm going to turn again on my mat, but you can stay where you are. This time I invite you to bring the knees together, really together. Send your tailbone back towards your heels. Drape your belly over your thighs. Send your fingertips towards the back edge of your mat. Palms facing up towards the sky. Shoulders rounding forward, forehead pressing into the mat. Just let yourself breathe here. Feel your belly press into your thighs. If you need to open the knees, by all means do so. One more breath here, my friend. Gorgeous. As you're ready, slowly rise back up and find your way to your comfortable seat of your choice. I'm going to come back to Sukhasana, allowing myself to sit up nice and tall. Bring hands to knees or to thighs. Roll your shoulders back. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Relax the throat and the jaw. And just take a moment here to feel the effects of your practice on your body, your heart space, your mental space, your emotional space. Feel the expansion of the heart. Maybe you allow yourself to smile a little bit. You've worked a little bit of magic here today. I just want you to know. So let's finish that up. Let's create that magical spell for ourselves for the coming year or whatever you're looking forward to. And send out a real intention, an affirmation. So keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Then we're going to bring the palms together at the heart, thumb to the sternum, sit up nice and tall. Let your face relax or find that gentle smile. And as we take our 3 breaths together to close our practice, I invite you to say quietly to yourself on your exhales or just repeat silently in your mind, I invite joy to permeate every aspect of my life. I invite joy to permeate every aspect of my life. So as you're ready, deep breath in. And a long breath out. Twice more. Inhale. And an exhale. Let those shoulders relax a little bit more. Let your face soften. Last one. Inhale. And a nice exhale. I invite joy to permeate every aspect of my life. And so it is, my friends. Trust yourself, trust the universe, trust the process, and may joy fill your day and the coming year. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that it serves you well. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want more content from Mumma Magma Yoga. Happy New Year. Have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now.